So can you tell us a little bit about this hairstyle that we're seeing right now?
Can do. The guys at Badgley, Mischka, came to us with this idea of 50s women. They were inspired by the film Moroccanoil. And I was like, well, and then they talked about the films of Douglas Sirk, from the ones with Rock Hudson, Lauren Bacall, so we knew we were setting. And then the fabulous thing about working in a team is working with Tom Pashue, the makeup artist. Tom said, what about a texture? And I was like, okay, interesting, what sort of texture? And he hit it on the nail when he said Elizabeth Taylor in Who Killed Virginia Woolf. I love Elizabeth Taylor. And you know, that texture in that film is exactly what we're trying to evoke here. It's a 50s glamour, kind of gone a little bit wrong. You know, she's living large, she's had a few drinks, she's really enjoying life. They talked about, you know, the pictures of Slim Aarons and Bill King, the society portraits. I mean, you know, and I went back and I looked at those, and I looked at a bit of old Avedon and Penn and how fabulous these crews were. You know, it wasn't about doing it at home. It's like, you know, we're cocktailing with Moroccanoil products in order to achieve the look.
So can you tell me about what it's like to work with a designer hands-on as a stylist?
Sorry,
how do you work together as a stylist backstage at Fashion Week with the designer?
You go in, you have a meeting, and they talk to you about their inspirations, what informed their collections. I mean, you've got to remember they've been working 5 or 6 months furiously on that collection. So their ideas are pretty honed in, pretty narrowed down. So you're in there a week or two before, and you're sort of completing that look. You're creating their ideal woman. So it's up to you to feel your way through it and understand that designer and get a feeling for who the woman is that they're designing for.
Now, you've done multiple shows this season. Can you tell me one trend that you've noticed in fashion and how it complements the hair?
The trends are becoming passé. Because information is given to the public so fast and they're so savvy. You know, that there's not really time for a trend to be publicized anymore. It's becoming, you know, really, really quick. I mean, the only sort of idea I think that you can say is consistent is that there's definitely a curvier silhouette. The size 0 thing, we hope is going out the window.
We hope.
I think it is. You know, everybody's talking about the 50s. Yesterday we were talking about Jerry Hall, the ideal woman. And I think when that happens and enough designers do it, it carries enough weight for it to become a trend or a movement, whatever you like to call it now. But I think people are becoming less slavish to fashion. They're becoming more demanding and more individual. And I think that's turning the idea and notion of trends on its head.
Fantastic. Peter, thank you so much. Have a great show.